Welcome to Park Avenue Plastic Surgery Class, the podcast where we explore controversies and breaking issues in plastic surgery. I'm your co-host, Summer Hardy, a medical student in New York City. I'm excited to be here with Dr. Lawrence Bass, Park Avenue plastic surgeon, educator, and technology innovator. Today's episode is Beauty Series Summary. One of the series we've presented on the podcast has been the Beauty Series. This episode will summarize what we've covered over the course of that series.
We've had 10 episodes covering a wide range of topics.
Can you remind our listeners of the idea behind the series, Dr. Bass?
So this series started in 2024 towards the end of the year, and it ran for all of 2025 and into 2026. Basically, I kept noticing particular good and bad ways to go about getting beauty treatments, so I'd organize an episode to discuss that issue.
That makes sense, and I think you came up with a really interesting group of topics.
Thank you. I think they're all really important to avoid major missteps in your beauty journey. The content is mostly common sense, but I've tried to organize it around simple principles or truths that I think are intuitive.
Just the titles convey a lot. They're really evocative. So to list out all 10, number 1, beauty insights. Number 2, hit and run beauty. Number 3, boring beauty. Number 4, right-sized beauty. Number 5, travel beauty. Number 6, beauty lens. Number 7, beauty thermostat. Number 8, beauty trends. Number 9, beauty tweakments. And last, number 10, beauty essentials.
In today's episode, the final in our beauty series, I'd like to go back and summarize what we've discussed as a set of bottom-line principles.
That sounds like a great idea, Dr. Bass. Shall we go through them episode by episode? Let's start with episode number 1, Beauty Insights.
In this episode, we spoke with my friend and colleague, facial plastic surgeon Dr. Steve Diane. He practices in Chicago and lectures very widely. And we were discussing the concept of beauty itself. The desire for beauty is universal. Young people, older people, everyone, regardless of gender. And really, it's an extension of hygiene and grooming. It's a basic part of self-care to pursue and maintain your beauty. It's part of our identity and our self-image, and it's also part of how the world sees us.
That was a really great episode to start this series with. So episode number 2 was hit and run beauty. What's the key message there?
The idea behind that is a lot of people going in to see someone for a beauty treatment who they've never seen before, they'll never seen again. They just kind of get a little Botox or get a little filler or get zapped with an energy device. That's hit and run beauty. And that doesn't give you as much as you really deserve. A relationship with a medical aesthetic provider rather than sporadic piecemeal treatments and providers will make the full range of options available to you. It will give you someone who knows your preferences and also can see how you're aging over time. It will help you form a unified plan that avoids duplication and ineffective steps. And that's also the most efficient and most cost-effective way to pursue beauty treatments.
That makes sense. So then episode 3 is boring beauty, which I thought was a fun name since I didn't think a plastic surgeon would ever call beauty boring.
Of course, no plastic surgeon thinks beauty is boring. We're all in love with the pursuit of beauty, and I certainly don't think beauty is boring. But the point of that episode was that an unemotional, reality-based analysis and plan is the best way to make your beauty dreams come true. It's okay to have fun, but be sure to do your homework on facts. Don't get carried away by impulse or excitement. Having a boring decision-making process is going to make the end results that much more pleasing.
Okay, so then episode 4 is right-sized beauty.
So we talked about planning, and for sure you need a set of plans. and different kinds of planning. So sort of right sizing your planning for what you need at the moment. So one set of plans is for immediate needs. The holidays are coming up and you need to get some treatments, or there's some little features starting to show you need to chase. Then there's short-term planning, what you need to do over the course of this year based on what's showing up, and comprehensive planning for all of your features and what's expected to take place over the next several years. Don't do things unless there's a noticeable benefit that you're going to get from a treatment, except for preventive items. But by picking the right treatment for the right feature, the right magnitude of treatment, you'll get right-sized beauty.
So then from there, you move to a different subject, number 5, travel beauty.
So travel beauty is something that's increasingly popular, and it can be tricky. There's risk there along with potential benefit. So one challenge is to determine what standards are being applied in the care, because standards are not the same in other geographic areas from the United States. Internet looks can be deceiving. I took an international trip this year, and boy, every restaurant knew exactly how to make themselves look great on the internet, but they ranged from literally Michelin-starred restaurants to restaurants that were really just, very mediocre neighborhood restaurants, but they all looked like a foodie's gourmet dream on the internet. And the same thing happens these days with plastic surgery. It looks great on the internet, but you may be surprised when you show up and see what's really going on there. Many other parts of the world don't have malpractice the way we do in the United States, and that means there's no recourse, and that modulates the behavior of some of the providers. Having a treatment very far from home means there's going to be a lack of follow-up care, and it may be very hard to do any kind of revision if needed. One of the big, big issues with travel beauty is anesthesia risk. A lot of surgery can be revised, but if you have a life-threatening problem because the anesthesia service or the anesthesia equipment is not what it would be in the United States, that may be a permanent thing that can't be undone later on. So at the end of the day, you have to really ask how much economy prices may be lower, but they may not be very much lower, especially when you add in travel costs.
These are all valuable cautions, Dr. Bass. So next we come to number 6, beauty lens.
This is really where we focus our thoughts, our concerns. What features do we see that are meaningful to us? So this defines the beauty lens, where your lens is focused, the things that you're personally concerned about with your appearance. Your plastic surgeon provides a reality check for that. If the feature is visible to you and your plastic surgeon and there is a reliable treatment to improve that feature, then this is probably a good focus. It helps you avoid worrying about things or treating things that you're not concerned with, even if others can see it.
I understand the idea of lens and focus, but can you remind me what the beauty thermostat is that you talk about in episode number 7?
So let me define beauty thermostat and try to make it clear. It's about what level of beauty and perfection you want, where the thermostat is set. But also, and more important, it's about the sensitivity of the thermostat. A thermostat works by holding you at a certain temperature, or in this case, a certain beauty set point. And it can't hold you exactly there. If you drift more than a certain amount, the thermostat will turn on and you'll heat or cool the location. And some thermostats are set with very high sensitivity. If it changes just a little bit, the thermostat kicks in, and others have less sensitivity. The temperature has to deviate a couple of degrees before the thermostat kicks in. So how much change or that sensitivity is a critically important issue. A lower beauty sensitivity makes it easier to live with your appearance, but it means that bigger fixes are needed because things have gone on longer and gotten further out of range before you jump on them. And it also means you don't look your best to the outside world. A higher beauty or sensitivity setting means you live with more ongoing anxiety about your appearance day to day. Little things bother you much more. But the possibility of pursuing a series of smaller maintenance steps, particularly in early aging, helps you avoid big treatments and keep things looking their best. So Beauty Thermostat together with Beauty Lens forms a key paradigm about how to approach planning and decision making for your beauty treatments.
Thank you for that explanation. So we're more than halfway through. Number 8 is beauty trends.
This one is pretty clear, but again, it's a cautionary tale about not getting caught up with trends, especially when it comes to surgery. So some things are trends, they're going to come and go. You don't want to etch that into your skin surgically. And remember, true beauty is timeless. It doesn't tend to follow trends. You can do that with hairstyles and fashion and makeup, but not so much with medical beauty treatments. The other thing is some things are trendy, they're popular treatments because they're new, but they may not represent a true advance. So it's better to see that something is sorted out as a real advance in how we're creating, maintaining beauty, rather than something that's just trendy because it's new. And remember, there are treatments that are focused on restoring your appearance, and there are treatments that are focused on changing your appearance. So rejuvenation versus improving the balance of your natural features. And it's very important to remember which one of those you're trying to pursue, because if you're changing your features, you will predictably look different versus just setting the clock back and looking more like you looked a few years ago. Overall, small and subtle is usually the best approach and usually beats dramatic and noticeably unnatural beauty changes.
Okay, so next is number 9, beauty tweakments, which is talking about a new trend in beauty treatments.
That's right, Summer. So even though I said that trends are something to avoid, some trends work out to be good, and tweakments or small treatments that address small features have become increasingly popular. And so this is an example of big things come in small packages. Tweakments make small feature changes or push beauty or rejuvenation gently with little or no recovery. And this fits really well with everybody's busy modern lifestyle. Some component of these is part of every beauty plan and can keep you looking your best while delaying the appearance of bigger aging changes. By not ignoring the small things, features stay coherent and coordinated rather than mismatched. So you have a youthful face, but you have wrinkly hands or a wrinkly neck. That mismatch is evident to others. You're not completing the appearance that you're trying to create, and Tweakments can help you do that.
And the final episode is number 10, beauty essentials. That almost seems like it should have been in the first episode.
Well, there's no question that an essentials episode was clearly essential, if you'll forgive me saying it, to have as part of this series. But I wanted to find a guest who would make this very complex topic approachable for the listeners. So in that episode, we talked to my friend and colleague, Dr. Jennifer Vickers, who's a dermatologist in Austin, Texas. And she gave us some really great advice about beauty essentials that everybody should be working with. Sunscreen was number one, and a moisturizer to help protect the skin's barrier or emollient layer. She also said a prescription retinoid, so a doctor's office level or a prescription level retinoid is a key part of everybody's skincare to keep their skin healthy and youthful. Also, looking a little bit at the future, we talked about the growing role of regenerative skincare in maintaining and restoring skin health.
Wow, I didn't remember how much territory we covered in this series. Having summarized each episode, can you now summarize the entire series, Dr. Bass?
As I reviewed the episodes in the beauty series to prepare this podcast, I came away feeling the series contains a lot of wisdom about how to plan and consume all manner of beauty services, especially plastic surgery. You can go back and stream any past episodes to hear all the details again if you want. Beauty has always been important to all of us as people. Everyone wants to feel beautiful. But beauty has become big business. In the U.S. alone, it's estimated to be more than $38 billion in 2023 and expected to reach more than $136 billion by 2033. The marketplace has become very aggressive in pursuing customers with a lot of noise and misinformation. Media, which we think of as fact-based and objective, tends to focus our attention on the extremes, whatever's attention-getting and attracts viewers, readers, or listeners. To be a competent consumer, you need weapons and armor to fight and win in this very noisy, very aggressive marketplace. The tools provided in this series and summarized in this episode are a wonderful resource to help with your beauty decision-making. They'll help you spend the least time and money and come closest to achieving your beauty goals, all of which is most likely to leave you in a happy place rather than facing buyer's remorse.
This concludes our beauty series designed to help you understand and plan for all your beauty needs. I hope these principles laid out by Dr. Bass in this series serve you well. Thank you for listening to the Park Avenue Plastic Surgery Class podcast. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, write a review, and share the show with your friends. Be sure to join us next time to avoid missing all the great content that is coming your way. If you want to contact us with comments or questions, we'd love to hear from you. Send us an email at podcast@drbass.net or DM us on Instagram at drbassnyc.